one. All right, so I'm going to ask you to pick a card from the deck, and we're just going to look to see the likelihood of it being black. So what's the probability that you get a black card? Sean?
Black cards of total of cards.
Right, so I bet what would that be? What would the probability here be? The proportion?
22 out of 52 cards.
26 out of 52, which would be what?
1/2.
1/2, right? So we'll say P equals 0.5. So if I have you pick 10 cards, about how many would you expect to be black?
5.
About 5 of them, right? So about half. Would we be surprised if we got something other than 5? Would we got 6 or 4? I mean, are we always going to get exactly 5? Why not? What explains?
Sampling variability.
Yeah, sampling variability, sure. And we talked about that in an earlier lesson. So now we have red cards and black cards. I'm going to shuffle the deck here. I'm going to have you guys select a card. And for anybody gets a black card, gets a chocolate chip cookie. And so we got some, not homemade, but chocolate chip cookies here if you get a black card.
I'm really hungry.
And we're really hungry. It's right after lunch, so I'll shuffle them up here. Okay. And now you're going to pick a card, look at it, and then tell me if it's red or black. And would you mind being our scorekeeper? Can you just give a little, if it's red or black, we'll keep score up there. Okay. And what do you get?
I got red.
Red card. Okay, so I put it back in the deck, and I'm going to shuffle them around. Okay, pick your card.
Red card.
Red card, okay. No cookie for you. A cookie Nazi, right? Okay. What do we got here?
Red.
Red card, okay. No cookie for you. So what do we have? 3 reds, no black. I think Natasha may break the string here. We got another red card, okay. Whoop. So I'll put it back in, shuffle it around.
Here we go.
What do we get?
Red.
Red card, okay. That's 5 red. And we'll let our scorekeeper pick one. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Chance at a cookie. Another red card. Okay. So let's do this again. Let's go around. We've done, what, 5? Okay, let's pick another one.
Red.
A red card, another red card. We'll shuffle them around. And I gotta shuffle these better.
Red.
Another red card, okay. Let me know when we get 10 up there. I've kind of lost count.
Okay. Here are 7.
7, okay. 8.
Red.
Another red one. I'll put it back in. Shuffle it around.
You missed one.
Oh,
I get a cookie.
yes, chance at a cookie.
Looks like I'm going to be taking these home and sharing with
My kids. Is that 10? Okay. So we end up with 10 red cards. You can have a seat. We're done with the activity. You can have a seat, yeah. So do you believe that there's a 50% chance for drawing a black card with this deck that we have here?
No.
It doesn't appear very likely. I mean, is it possible that a person with a regular deck of cards would get 10 red cards in a row? Is that possible? It's possible, but it's not likely, right? It's very likely a person would pull out 10 cards of the deck were half red. No, it's not very likely. So now we have something that's surprising, right? Something unusual with our experiment that went here. And so we have a claim that P equals 0.5, that half the cards were red and half the cards were black. And we've done an experiment in which 10 out of 10 cards selected were red. The data we have collected seem inconsistent with our null hypothesis, right? Our original hypothesis. That is, if the hypothesis were true, it would be very unlikely that all 10 cards here would show up red, correct? And yet, we did get all 10. So what can we conclude about our original assumption here that P was 0.5? That it's probably not 0.5, right? And so we notice we first set up a hypothesis. And this is sort of our going in assumption here that P was 0.5. We gather data, in this case from the real world of selecting cards. And then we make some determination about this hypothesis based on the idea of how likely it is given our data. Okay, and another topic we can discuss about is when did you guys begin to be suspicious about the deck of cards? After how many selections were you suspicious? After the first one, were you suspicious?
After the
About the fifth or sixth.
About the fifth or sixth one. Isn't that interesting that we often use 0.05 as a sort of a threshold point? And what is the probability of getting 5 red cards in a row? So we would do what, 0.5 to the fifth? Anybody have their calculator that can crunch that out for us?
0.03.
0.03. Right? And so we have this sort of natural p-value mechanism sort of built into us, right? We have this intuitive sense of the likelihood of something being unusual. Certainly by 10, you can figure out that p-value. It's like 0.001, I believe. We're beginning to be very suspicious. So.